Hi, welcome to Dark Goddess Moon Tarot. I'm Olivia, and I'm going to start off with today's tarot and oracle reading with a channeled message from Spirit. You're about to unblock something that leads to your transformation, diving to the depths of your shadows to uncover unseen truths. Preserve your energy, for this mission requires much of it. You've been called to walk the path that leads you through the liminal space. The decision is yours. Will you take the next step? Let's see what tarot has to say. Ace of Swords, Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords. You're having an epiphany about something that has been weighing on you heavily, extremely heavily, causing a lot of pain, heartbreak, frustration. The truth is coming in. A truth about your happiness. A truth about what you thought you were making progress towards. Can I get a little more on that, Spirit? Seven of Cups, illusions, options, cloudy head, cloudy heart. The decision is yours. Will you take the next step? Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands takes action towards what their soul is truly passionate about. Four of Swords. Rest, recuperation. Preserve your energy, for this mission requires much of it. 3:11 on the timer. What is the next step, Spirit? What is the next step? Just saw Page of Swords, which could be a message, communication, or clarity about Five of Cups, something that is causing you to feel sad, very gloomy, very much looking at what still holds you back from taking the next step, I'm hearing. How can they work through that? How can they work through that pain? The Hermit in reverse. You may need to reach out for help, for assistance from only those you trust that don't drain your energy. That's extremely important during this time. The Empress, those that nurture you. And if you don't have anyone in your life like that right now. You will. But it starts with you. It starts with learning how to nurture yourself. The Empress sits alone on her throne. There is no one else there. And she's okay with that. She's more than okay with that. She's content with it. Because she knows the Emperor is waiting for her. The Emperor does not have to be a person. This counterpart very well could be referring to yourself, your higher self. The Hermit is holding a lantern. This particular deck, in the lantern, there's a star glowing. With it coming out in reverse, inner star, I'm hearing inner star. You need to find the light within your inner star. That's when the love and the nurturing and the abundance will come. After you learn how to find it within. Because even though the world can be dark, you have a light burning within you. Always. It's up to you to keep that light burning bright, not anyone else. No one else can do it for you. King of Swords. The King is clear and decisive. Can we get more on the King of Swords, please? A little bit more on the King of Swords. King of Wands in reverse and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is apathy, being indifferent to what the universe or your higher self or spirit or goddess is trying to give you. Whatever you believe, whatever resonates with you, right? The King of Wands in the upright is a leader. This could speak to entrepreneurship, being your own boss. There's some sort of power that you have the ability to hold, but you're apathetic to it right now, or it's not, and not necessarily by choice, right? Like you just don't see it. There's a block. You're focusing perhaps on too many other options, illusions, when in reality, you know, as the King of Swords, you know the truth. You know the one true option lies within. What else do they need to hear, Spirit? else do they need to see? What can we tell them to help them? Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles, both in reverse, with Ten of Wands on the bottom. So you may be looking at evaluating all of this work you've put in, but you're not looking at the long term, I'm hearing. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's weighing on you a lot. But you're not looking at the long term, right? You're looking at what you can see in front of you. And Spirit wants you to look a little more closely at the long term. Planning. Reevaluation. When Temperance is in the upright, it's about alchemizing. Inner alchemy. Mental alchemy. Emotional alchemy. So emotions, something I learned in therapy, emotions are just thoughts. Like that's where they originate from. And thoughts aren't necessarily real. They're just thoughts. When you can step back and take a look at the bigger picture, 12:12 on the timer. So like long term, right, is reminding me of stepping back and looking at the bigger picture. You may be in a liminal space. You may be in the in-between. You may be looking at what has come before and not taking a step back to see how all of that is helping to build your future. The decision is yours. Will you take the next step? And that next step is performing that inner alchemy. Learning to, when you're stuck in those emotions or the apathy, when you're in your emotions, stop yourself and ask, is this something I do need to feel again? Is this something I do need to continue to feel to process? Because that's valid if the answer is yes. Please feel your feelings. Please process your feelings. Don't be apathetic. Don't shut down. Don't be avoidant of your true emotions. That's going to keep you here at the Four of Cups. And the goal, of course, is the Ten of Cups. Dream come true. Perhaps you are an avoidant. And if you're not sure, in terms of like communication style, attachment style, if you've never heard that before, go ahead and give it a look. Because there's something you're not seeing. If this is resonating so far. If you know you're not an avoidant person, that's okay. This message could still absolutely be for you. That it just means you probably won't have to work as hard as someone who is truly developed that avoidant attachment, as a trauma response coping mechanism, most likely from childhood trauma. So, either way, there's work to be done. Preserve your energy, for this mission requires much of it. Healing is draining as fuck. You're going to need to rest. You're going to need to take naps if you feel called to take naps, if you have the ability to do so. I know some people have very full lives with jobs and perhaps children, or all sorts of things could be, being a caregiver, all sorts of things could be filling our life. But if you are going to, and you are being encouraged to and supported through the process of healing, the healing journey, you're about to unblock something that leads to your transformation. Diving to the depths of your shadows to uncover unseen truths, preserve your energy. For this mission requires much of it. You've been called to walk the path that leads you through the liminal space. The decision is yours. Will you take the next step? You have to take care of yourself. You have to empress yourself, nurture yourself through this journey, because it's very difficult. And most people, especially the generations that have come before us, not all, but most, have decided to stay here. Unable to walk the path. But you're not stuck. You've decided, King of Swords, you've made the decision, decisive decision. Something Spirit likes to say to me, like making it clear. This is not an apathetic energy. It's a decisive one. You are deciding. Whew. So for me, the Hermit in reverse, of course, some of you can, if you've been watching my videos and resonating with things I've posted before this video, I'm going to recommend get a therapist to do any sort of shadow work, inner child healing, childhood trauma recovery, narcissistic abuse recovery, any sort of domestic violence recovery. If you cannot afford a therapist, look into programs that may be able to help you. Look into sliding scale therapists. A lot of therapists are willing to do pay what you can sliding scale. You just have to look for those resources. And do as much, if that's not an option, or if something is holding you back from that at this current point of time, do as much research as you can about your attachment style, because that came up. And where did that come from? Likely childhood trauma stuff. Even if you don't think that you have childhood trauma, look into it. It may not be exactly what you think. Anything else, Spirit? After this, I think I want to pull some charms and oracle. Knight of Cups in reverse, the Star, and Queen of Pentacles. Oh, absolutely. So the Knight of Cups, when in the upright, is someone who is following their heart. They are taking action to follow their heart, going after what is truly going to make their heart happy. But in the reverse, there's a block. You're about to unblock something that leads to your transformation. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. The star. The star represents healing. This is a hard one to make sure I'm covering all the nudity. Look at that star. The star in the tarot comes after the tower. A very sudden, massive change, upheaval, a dismantling in order to rebuild. Queen of Pentacles. She's the queen of self-care. And we can see in this pentacle she's holding, she's got a very nurturing energy to whatever she is holding dear, right? But one of her best qualities is that she knows how to do that for herself too. Not only does she know, she puts into action what she needs to do to take care of herself. She makes sure her own cup is filled before she pours into the cups of others. Preserve your energy, for this mission requires much of it. So anything that 22 on the timer, doubled. So if there, whatever is, so 2222, I'm being told to say might be someone's angel number. That's confirmation for you. So whoever that's for. So you are being highly encouraged to fill your own cup first and foremost. And you might need to stop looking at the cups that have spilled. We have the 4 and 5 of cups here. It might be time to make that decision, to take that step towards the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of cups. It's time to alchemize. You're doing it. If you are still watching the video at this point, you're doing it, honey. You're doing it, and I'm proud of you. Most people don't do it. That's why the world is the way it is right now. But you're gonna change your world. And the more of us that work to change our worlds will change the world eventually. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get a closing message? This is the Desert Rites Oracle. Such a beautiful oracle deck. Okay, let's see. Shifting. Wow. That is absolutely perfect. Shifting. Temperance, alchemy. Back to that channeled message. You're about to unblock something that leads to your transformation. That's a shift. Let's read what the guidebook says. Let's see if there's any more messages in there. This is the guidebook for anybody that wants to see. Desert Rites. Just love this deck. Okay. And I love that it has a table of contents. A lot of Oracle decks do not. So I really appreciate that. Okay, thank you for your patience as I find what page we need to go to. All right. The seeker embraces the wisdom of adaptability and surrenders to the winds of change. Here, amidst the vast desert landscape, where every grain of sand tells a story, I want to read that again. Here, amidst the vast desert landscape, where every grain of sand tells a story, the seeker learns to wield their wisdom as a tool for navigation in the ever-changing terrain of life's journey. Like a seasoned traveler attuned to the shifts of a desert breeze, you embrace the art of pivoting when needed, gracefully releasing attachments to what once seemed immutable and opening your heart to the infinite possibilities beyond what you can see. This is absolutely Four of Cups, beyond what you can see. Now is the time to relinquish the illusion of control and surrender. Trusting each shift in the sand unveils a new pathway, shimmering with potential and purpose. As you step alongside the cadence of change, you embody the spirit of the desert flora, bending and never breaking in the face of life's inevitable oscillations. With courage and openness, you embrace the transformative power of shifting, embracing each twist and turn as a sacred invitation to awaken the boundless expansiveness of blessed opportunities. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, that's it. That's all you need to hear for now. And I would encourage you, instead of watching another reading right after this, because that's something I like to do. I just have readings playing all the time. I love listening to tarot readings. Spirit wants you, and I just had a confirmation, my head is tingling. Spirit wants you to shut off the readings for the rest of the day and let all of that really sink in. Journal about it. Maybe watch it again, take some notes, because there's some major confirmations in there that might have been said kind of like, you know, I think I speak in metaphors a lot, especially when I'm channeling. So maybe give it another watch. Or if you feel like you don't need to do that, write down what you can remember from it and what it means to you, what you think that it means to you, and what is your next step? Listen to your intuition. Journal about what your next step is, or think about it, meditate on it. Sit with it is what I'm hearing. Sit with it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for healing with me. I am sending you so much love. Until next time.